mercenaries out of it? Because I want to bring Sushant, Sareen in. Please, this is getting very hot, this debate. Sushant, my point is, this is now becoming it's going to become a very long-drawn professional war.
Arnab, how can you keep the mercenaries out?
How can you keep the mercenaries out?
So,
Why?
If they're inviting them
No,
in.
why? No, 1 second. Let Sushant come in and then I'll come back to you, Tatyana. Thank you. Sushant and Joachim, yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to say might sound a little cynical, but I think at least that's the reality according to me. Number one, war is an opportunity. People make money out of it. So don't crib if somebody is making money out of it, whether contractors or whoever else. The contractors did start the war. Somebody else started the war. I'm not getting into the reasons and all of that. That's besides the point, because we are talking about something entirely different. That's point number one. Point number two, Arnab, Happy New Year. Because the fact of the matter is that how wars are fought nowadays has changed. There are standing professional armies, and there are private contractors and mercenaries which are also deployed. We've seen that in Afghanistan. We've seen that in Iraq. We've seen that all over the world. That happens. That's a new reality. And there are reasons for that. There are economic reasons. You don't have to pay their pensions. You don't have to pay their salaries. They are off the books. They can carry out certain operations which they don't have to explain to anybody. So that is another reality. You have to learn to live with it. The third reality is that don't compare it to what happened in Afghanistan. Because the guys, at least in Afghanistan 1.0 against the Soviet Union, they didn't come to fight the Soviet Union. They came to fight a jihad. Okay, they were ideologically driven. They were actually collected, and that part is right. They were collected from around the Muslim world, from Morocco to the Philippines. These guys were collected. They were brought into Afghanistan. They were cannon fodder, but they thought they were fighting for a higher cause. I don't think something similar is likely to happen in Ukraine. I think some of these guys, for example, there were a couple of Indians who are trying to sign up. These are guys, who played a little too much of PUBG. These are guys who are looking for some excitement. Some of these guys might actually be driven by this thing that maybe some injustice is happening and they want to go and fight it. But there are other people who are going out there, partly as somebody was earlier saying, that there were some, Ukrainians from outside who want to come and fight. The Chechens, and I think the Russian out here was right. The Chechens are very much Russians. They might not be ethnic Russians, but they are part and parcel of the Russian reality. So to call them mercenaries is wrong, number one. Number two, that's not a private army. But that's besides the point. So I think those are the realities. I don't know the figures which you are quoting. I haven't seen that kind of numbers. But I'm sure there will be a beeline which will be made for this place. There will be adventure seekers. There will be guys who are wanting to fight for freedom. It was something which happened in Spain in the 1930s. It has happened in theater after theater after theater. So nothing new in that. And that's the ugly reality of war. No. And that's the ugly truth of war.
Only I'm completely aware. But Sushant, I am also aware of the dangers. What is happening is to the world out there, right? To the world. People like Colonel Rich outside come and say, this is about liberty, freedom, shared values, rule of law, etc., etc. It's not. It's complete and absolute rubbish.
One second.
These Blackwater contractors. No, 1 second. Sushant, give me a minute. Let me complete this.
1 second. Just one.
No, can I get half a second and then I'll come to you?
Listen, I am not interested.
Okay, go on.
I am not interested in the taglines which people are giving about freedom and liberty and all of that. Those are taglines. Those are lines which people say to justify what, whichever side they are on. Those lines don't interest me, number one. Number two, I will not fall for either the Russian propaganda or the Ukrainian propaganda. For example, every day the Ukrainians add another 1,000 Russians to the list of dead. It's almost as if, it's a kind of a standard thing that tomorrow it'll be 13,000, day after it'll be 14,000 Russians. So, and nobody tells, 1 second, just listen. Number three, I don't buy anything which I read also in the Western media, because I know the kind of fake reportage which happens about my country. So I don't buy everything which the Western media writes. And I think there is enough ways that we can find out what the truth is without actually taking anything which comes from the West at face value or comes from Russia at face value.
No, one second. One second. One second.
To know when somebody's spinning a story.
Sushant. Yeah, Sushant, we see through it, okay? I don't believe the Western media either. I think they're completely sold out. But what I'm saying is there is enough primary information on the basis of which I say that America should stop kidding the world that this is a fight about tyranny. In reality, it is oiling the cogs and the gears. The war machinery of America needs to keep going. Colonel Outside will outrage about it. There's a war machinery. It needs to keep going. Raytheon Technologies shares up 8%, General Dynamics 12%, Lockheed Martin 18%, Northrop Grumman 22%. And I'm just telling you that this is in recent days. So this is billions and billions and hundreds of billions of dollars in stock value that is added. This is return on return on investment. If Russia has given, my question is, Russia has given, and Russia's mistake is given an opportunity for the entire American war machinery to jump right in. That's a fact, Anya. Russia has given a wonderful opportunity for the American war